Hello, everyone out there. How are you doing? This is English class. Today's date is April 8th, although you may not be watching this video on April 8th, depending on where you are in the story. So we are in our coronavirus pandemic, self-isolation, remote learning, distance learning here at Skyline Middle School. This is Mr. Matthews, and we are on part 4 of All Types of Trouble. So I'm going to do what I've done the last week or so. I'm going to read part 4 to you, and then at the end there will be some questions and answers, and you go in and take the quiz on Schoology. All right, so here we go. All Types of Trouble, episode 4. We are not bowling. In episode 3, Zane and Quinn discovered that the characters they created for their story had appeared in Aunt Avi's house, as if they were typed into existence. Then something they hadn't thought of appeared. Something big. I think I know what Aunt Ivy meant by perilous now, Zane said as they ran past the lumbering creature that had appeared in the hallway. It was, indisputably, a dragon. Is that dragon wearing a dress? Zane asked. I think so, but I definitely didn't type anything about a dragon, Quinn cried. Don't let Carl out, Ivan screeched from the stairs, but it was too late. Carl rolled out the front door and bounced down the stairs after the Grampire and the pirate, with the alien scientist, the peacock, the robot, and the roller skating rats following close behind in a mad dash to get away from the beast. What are we going to do? We've got to get Carl back and get that dragon out of the house, Zane yelled as they raced to catch up. The mummy and the sloth are still in there too, and the tiny king and the pigacorn. I hope the dragon doesn't eat them, Quinn panted. Zane waved at a neighbor standing in his pajamas, holding a newspaper and staring at the line of characters racing past. Just having a little Halloween fun, sir, he called. But Zane, it's July, Quinn hissed under her breath. Just wave and smile, Zane whispered through clenched teeth, his wide grin frozen in place for the neighbor's benefit. The Grampire stopped ahead of the siblings and stood with her hands on her knees, wheezing. Do you think she, eats regular vampire stuff? Quinn asked, slowing to keep some distance. I hope not, Zane said. Don't you worry, the Grampire called as she waved her arm to beckon them toward her. Grammy's only got a taste for red tomato ketchup these days. Oh, that's good, Zane said as they neared her. And kind of super gross, but okay, we'll get you a big bottle as soon as... Oh no, Quinn moaned. What? I'm sure Aunt Ivy's got some... No, not that, look! Quinn pointed, and they watched as the pirate held a door open across the street. A bowling alley? Great, Zane huffed, and with a slump of the shoulders, declared, I hate bowling. Quinn rolled her eyes. Only because I always beat you. Come on, we've got to get them out of there before they freak everyone out. The trio took off toward the bowling alley, the siblings jogging, while Grammy power walked behind them, her arms pumping like the little old ladies that exercised together in their neighborhood. I love bowling, she yelled. Great, Zane muttered. Quinn took a deep breath and opened the bowling alley door, expecting to hear a lot of screaming inside, but instead there were happy shrieks. The robot stood in the middle of a little kid's birthday party, pouring ice cream into dozens of outstretched hands as the scientist shrunk a pizza and put it in her pocket. The peacock played fetch with a kid launching her bowling shoe across the room. The rats twirled and shook their tails to the chicken dance song playing over the speakers. And the pirate launched Carl's hamster ball down one of the lanes. Strike! Aye! 'Tis a lucky fish ball, he pointed at a woman standing with her mouth wide open. What are you waiting for, lass? An invitation? Take your turn. Be a good boy and get me some size 10 bowling shoes, Grammy said, patting Zane's hand as she sunk into a chair. Go on, run along. Yes, ma'am. Zane replied obediently and turned to walk toward the shoe rental window. Zane! Quinn screeched irately, stopping her brother in his tracks. We are not bowling. She turned to the grandpire with her hands on her hips. All the ketchup you can eat if you help us get everyone back to the house. Grammy slapped her knee and grinned. Deal! Quinn dashed toward the pirate and grabbed Carl's ball as he drew it back for another roll. Avast, ye scallywag! Unhand me treasure, or ye be shark bait. Come and get it, Quinn yelled. She raised Carl over her head, which made the scientist look up. The rats stopped dancing, and the peacock dropped the shoe. Quinn sprinted past them with Carl high over her head. Grab the door, Grammy. Not so fast, a small voice screeched. All right, so that's part 4. Okay? Now I'm going to read you the questions and answers, and you can find them in Schoology. All right. Question 1. Think about the events below. Which event happened before the characters arrive at the birthday party? So which happened before the birthday party? A. The grandpire tells Zane to be a good boy and get her a pair of bowling shoes. B. The roller skating rats hear the chicken dance song and they shake their tails. C. Quinn steals Carl from the pirate and sprints for the door, holding Carl over her head. D. Quinn sees a dragon wearing a dress and watches it frighten away most of the characters. Question 2. Read this passage from the episode. I think I know what Aunt Ivy meant by perilous now, Zane said as they ran past the lumbering creature that had appeared in the hallway. It was, indisputably, a dragon. What is the closest synonym for the word indisputably? A. Originally. B. Mysteriously. C. Definitely. D. Conveniently. Question 3. Read this passage from the episode. Zane! Quinn screeched irately, stopping her brother in his tracks. We are not bowling. She turned to the grandpire with her hands on her hips. All the ketchup you can eat if you help us get everyone back to the house. Grammy slapped her knee and grinned. Deal! What does this show about Quinn? A. She is very calm and silently comes up with a way to make the grandpire feel better. B. She is very clever and quickly comes up with an idea to get the grandpire to help. C. She is very funny and tries to amuse everyone with jokes about how the grandpire likes ketchup. D. She is very generous and promises to spend all her money on ketchup for the grandpire to enjoy. Last question, question 4. Why is Quinn surprised when she gets to the bowling alley? A. Quinn expects the story characters to be scaring people at the bowling alley, but the bowling alley is closed and the door is locked. B. Quinn expects the people in the bowling alley to be screaming because of the story characters, but everyone seems to be having a lot of fun. C. Quinn expects the people in the bowling alley to be screaming because of the story characters, but the people are trying to teach the characters how to bowl. D. Quinn expects the story characters to be scaring people at the bowling alley, but the bowling alley is dark and completely empty. Okay, that's the end of All Types of Trouble episode 4. So go into Schoology, answer the 4 questions. You can go back and forth on the video if you need to listen to it again. Submit your quiz when you're done. All right? Remember, send me an email or a message if you need any help. Miss you guys.